Hey, what's up YouTube? Eustace just came out. It's a lot of fun, and I want to give my initial impressions and kind of talk about some strategy behind him. So first off the bat, I think Eustace is really good. He's actually kind of surpassed my expectations on just the amount of utility that some of his tools have. It's actually really impressive. His normals aren't really anything to write home about. Actually his 5H, he kind of seems a little lackluster compared to some other 5Hs. It's 2 hit, but like you can't cancel a second hit, so it's not really that good. His mediums seem decently fast, and you can cancel from all of them. The one normal that kind of sticks out to me is his sweep. His sweep's actually his furthest ranging normal. Outranges like 5H, and you can special cancel into it. For a sweep of that range is really good. You'll be wanting to throw out this a lot. You'll be wanting to throw out his 5M, his 2M a lot as well. And you can combo and stuff like that. The other thing I would say about his normals that's really nice is his anti-air confirm is really good in my opinion. Some characters in this game, they have to do a different combo on counter hit anti-air and normal hit anti-air, but Eustace can just do 2H and 2EX ball and then get whatever follow-up he wants. Or you can get something basic like this. And it's about 3k, and you don't have to hit confirm whether it's counter hit or not. I think that's really good. Not to mention, it seems like the properties on his 2H seem pretty decent as well. But other than that, that's about it for his normals. I do have to say his jumping normals aren't the best. This JU I think is pretty lackluster. It looks like the only thing you can use it for is like a throw bait, and you only get real damage off of it if you have a bomb in the corner and you do JU and you get something like that. Other than that, yeah, his normals aren't the best, but I think where he really shines are his specials, and I think some of his specials are some of the best in the game. This projectile, it has 2 phases, right? You can do a just normal fireball, or you can charge it up and it'll pierce other projectiles, which is just really good. So think of like you have a normal projectile plus a Zeta projectile at the same time. It's just really good. It's really versatile. The only downside is it is a charge move. Can be a little tricky to use, but just the fact that like it knocks down and has about the same frame as Zeta's, it's probably one of the best projectiles, if not the best projectile in the game. It's really good just for the amount of utility you get and the frame data on it. The other move that I think is really strong is this close combat move. It's this dash forward. You can do so many things out of it. It has 5 different follow-ups, and they're all useful. And not to mention it has 3 different versions of it, and the different versions are useful too. So you have to imagine this creates a lot of different pressure situations that the opponent has to react to. One thing I will say is that his run stop is really sick. So you can do a dash, and you can cancel a dash by hitting guard. So you do dash guard, dash guard, dash guard. So you can do like just really tricky stuff with this and go for a throw. You see that's really fast, and you can frame trap with the M version, where you see that M version has a hit, and because this M version has so many different follow-ups, it's effectively safe. One of the best follow-ups I think is this. It's the X follow-up, where he goes up in the air, he does that. That follow-up's actually ridiculous. It's plus on block, it's plus on hit, and it has invincibility for some reason. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so I set the opponent to mash on guard, and you see that actually the 5M whiffs, or whatever they want to do, whiffs, and you punish the whiff. It's practically impossible to punish on reaction unless you have something invincible that can go through it. You can't roll through it. You can immediately jump over it, but that's more of a read and loses to his other options. And he just has so many other ways to extend pressure. I mean, you could just do this and not cancel and go for something. You can go into this, into frame trap. Yeah, his pressure options are really strong after that. Not to mention, you can like, let's say they're mashing after your 5M. That will beat the mash. You can hit confirm into a special that'll knock down. You get Oki after that. If they are respecting you, he has some of the best ways to continue his pressure in the game, right? I mean, we talked about this. This is plus on block, so it's effectively still your turn. This grenade move is ridiculous. It's 2 hits, it bounces, and you basically get to run it for free. They can dodge, but it's kind of hard to dodge on reaction. His light grenade seems okay. I can't really find that much use for it other than like you can do something like this and get Oki after. But his M grenade just seems really strong. It goes a lot further. It's 2 hits. You get a lot more frame advantage after it. And I think his heavy grenade is super strong. And you guys have probably seen this move. It basically applies a sticky to them. But what you guys probably don't know is, 1, that move does chip on block. 2, it beats mashing for some reason. So that, you see how you got counter hit. You get a combo from this for some reason. So you can actually get a full combo. And you can do something better than that. But I think you guys get the idea. You can get a crap ton of damage off that. And you're plus on block after. It's probably one of the best extending tools in the game. A plus on block special that applies a special effect that makes whatever else you want to do plus on block as well. It's really good. So it's just like you get a free turn. The other cool thing about it is you can go for a throw mix up. So just something like this. And they just die, right? Just because they have a bomb on them. And like, sort of works mid-screen too. The fact that you can still get super, like, that's really strong in my opinion. So his offense is really cracked out. I think it's really good. He has a bunch of different options to extend pressure. The utility his specials give you in order to control neutral, in order to create pressure, is really top notch in my opinion, especially his pressure. I mean, just the amount of tools and options he has out of this command rush is just really good. I think some of the areas where he's kind of lacking, his defense is kind of crap, honestly. The fact that he has no DP, and he also like doesn't get the best damage. For something like this, you have to spend EX and you get like 2.1k. That's not very good. So if you're like defensive mashing, it can be like, it's not that scary to pressure Eustace, right? The other, issue is he has charge. This move I don't think is that good. You guys will see this, but like I think it's best to save it for like combos and your anti-air confirms. And you can throw out EX once in a while. I think the cool thing about EX is like even if they just get randomly tagged, it's a hard knockdown, so you get to go in. So even that's pretty good just to randomly throw out. Like look how much corner you carry, get off that, just throwing out a random projectile that's pretty safe on whiff too. I would say one other thing, I do think one of the other disadvantages this character has is he's pretty tough actually, because he is charge, and I think charge characters in general can be a little tough, especially for like a zoner. The other thing is that he's also a zoner, but he also has really good pressure. So it's like when you decide to go in, when you decide to zone, and then when you do his pressure, he has so many different options that you need to be aware of, and executing that can be a little tricky. I think this character is really good. I think he's going to do very well in the meta. I can't see too many matches that he loses currently, but again, the character still needs fleshed out, and I think we have a lot to learn. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm going to be playing this character a lot. I'll be putting out a guide for him later as well, once I get a couple weeks under my belt and understand how the character works better. So if you're interested in that, please consider following, subscribing to the channel. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for watching.